Okay, so this kind of sucks. The reason why it sucks is because by now you already know that I lost footage. Well, not lost footage. The footage I still have. The problem that I have is that there's no audio. So I don't know what to do. I still have, like, I literally was looking at all this stuff to try to fix it, right? That's the thing. On this GoPro camera, it was showing that I had audio, right? And that it was being recorded. So I was like, all right, cool. But I don't know what happened. To tell you the truth, I don't know what happened. That there's just no audio. And the thing is, the very beginning of the vlog, the audio was fine. And then the last video, so I'll show you. I'll actually show you. It's better if I show you. Here it is. So here it is. It's this right here, right? So the very first video, I'll click on it. All right, it pops up. Press play. There's audio.
On our way to go get my massage.
But then, as soon as I click for the other ones, like this one, the one after it, there's no audio. Literally, watch this. You see, there's the volume. Nothing. And it's throughout the whole video. And it's like that for every single one of these, except the last one that literally I recorded today. See, watch.
It's like the one thing that everybody was talking about. That was the only con to it. Like the pros were like, it does relax.
I'm wearing the same outfit. It's just that as a matter of fact, look. You see, I have the same hat. It's just that I'm wearing it backwards right now. So that's the thing. I don't know what happened. And then I saw that there was an update, so I did the update. Then my camera started acting up. It kept on shutting off. It was like off and on the whole time. So I was like, oh my God, like seriously? So then I did a factory reset. And right now it seems like it's working. It seems to be recording. But we'll see once I transfer the video over, like what's going on. But yeah, I have a bunch of footage that I could use, but there's no audio. And all of it is like, I'll give you guys like a little update on it. It's just what ended up happening. Got my massage again to get my body realignment. Been working out since then, and it's been feeling good. Got the suction cups on my elbows. One elbow had a nastier bruising than the other. And what's funny is that the one that was messed up, which is this one, or was messed up, that one didn't have, even though we did the cupping, it didn't have like no bruising. This one that wasn't messed up did. I also went with my dad to Menards, had a good time with him. Had a father-son time, because that's what we used to do when I was a kid. I would go with him to like Home Depot, Lowe's, and stuff like that. Then surprised my mom and my grandma by taking them out to eat and stuff like that. So it's just all that footage. I have it. It's just that there's no audio. That's the only issue. So yeah, hopefully me doing the factory reset fix this issue with this camera, because just sucked that happened. But it's all good though. It's all good. We're not gonna let it affect us. Okay, so we are here at the gym, right? Planet Fitness. Got to get our gym on. I forgot that I did do a story time at some point on the other vlog that's not coming out because you guys already know what happened. But I'm gonna tell a story time now, right? And let me actually try to put these windows up. Okay. So here's the story time. What was it? Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. Thursday I came in to work out. Did my workout. Was done with my workout. And I was like, okay, time for me to switch. Usually I just switch the sweater and the shirt that I have underneath. because then they're like super sweaty. So I was like, okay, let me switch into that and go back to the locker. And then that's when I realized, I was like, wait a minute, like this is where my stuff is supposed to be, right? So open up the locker, and there's nothing in there. So I was just like, okay, this is weird. Then I started looking at all these other lockers, but the one that I usually use is the tall one, because that's where I put like all my stuff, because I need it. You know, I can't use the tinier locker because like I take off my shoes, so I switch shoes, take this jacket off when it's cold outside. I also take pants, and like I said, I have a backpack, which is this one right here, right? And it has my stuff that I change into. So I had all that stuff, right? And I'm like, okay, let me switch over to that. But like I said, I just went to all the other lockers just because, since I couldn't find mine. And I was thinking maybe I might have put it somewhere else. And I'm just, you know, since I was at the gym for quite some time, maybe I just forgot, right? Or something. So I checked some of the other ones and nothing. And I was like, well, maybe I might have put in a small one, but that wouldn't make sense. So then I did check and nothing too. So I was like, okay. So I took a step back and I went back to the original one. I opened it up, closed it up, and I was just like, nothing. Like if that was gonna make it reappear or something, right? So I take a step back again, and then I see that there was one that I didn't check, like 2 lockers down, right? So I was like, okay, let me check that one. So I check it, I open it up, and there's my stuff. So I was like, didn't I put a lock on this? I swear I put a lock. And of course, the same thing like before. I was thinking maybe, with so many things, you know, that I was thinking of, okay, I gotta do this. Maybe I might have dropped it, or maybe I daydreamed that I actually put a lock on there. So I was just like, okay. So I ended up going and just getting my stuff on me. While I was doing that, I was like, maybe I might have dropped this. So as I'm putting my, like switching my clothes, I'm like looking and checking to see if maybe I might have dropped it somewhere. So I'm taking a look and nothing still. So I was like, maybe it might have dropped underneath. So I looked underneath, nothing as well. And then of course I grabbed the backpack. I was already like halfway done like changing. So then I grabbed the backpack, and the zipper is open where like I usually have the lock. When that zipper is open, that means I grabbed the lock. And I was thinking, I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, no, man. I'm like, I did. Like I do remember like putting the lock on and even yanking on it. I'm like, so what the hell happened? And then this other guy comes in. He goes to his locker. He opens it and then closes it back up. And then he's like, but in Spanish, you know, he was just like, ay carajo. Right? And then he opened it back up and he took his bag out and like going through his stuff. And then he comes up to me, and by this point I already have my earbuds off. So he comes up to me and he's like, oye, ¿viste quién abrió aquí los lockers? ¿Quién le quitó acá el candado? I was like, ah, usted también? And he was like, what do you mean? And I explained to him. And I'm like, whoa, I'm like, I remember that I had one. I'm like, but no, I'm like, when I came back, there wasn't any. So then he goes back to his bag, and he seems like he's a little bit mad. But he ends up leaving. So then I continue changing, and then these other 2 guys come. And then they're also speaking Spanish. And they go to their locker, and then the one guy goes second guy. So guy number 1 goes to the second guy and goes, like he opened it up and he closed it back up, and he's like, oye cabrón, ¿no le pusiste el lock aquí? ¿No le pusiste un candado tú? He's like, no, sí, no güey, sí se la puse, ¿cómo que no? So they're going back and forth, and I tell him like, oh, ustedes también. And then I explain to him the same thing, and I tell him, yeah, like the guy just left right now and he's mad. I think they took some of his stuff. So then they started going through their stuff. But before that, the one guy's like, oh, maybe they were going through it because, you know, maybe something might have happened, so they had to look through people's stuff. But then I was like, nah, I don't think so. Like, because the other guy left kind of mad because some of his stuff was taken, or I think some of his stuff was taken. So he ends up going. So I'm done like getting ready, right? After I talked to those guys about it, as I'm going out, the other guy's coming in. And then he tells me, he's like, oh, ya les dije, pero dicen que no pueden hacer nada porque no se puede poner cámaras allá dentro del locker. And I was like, okay. He's like, pero ahí diles. So I go up to the front desk and I talk to them. I told the guy, hey, I know someone else came up here, to talk to you guys about this. I'm like, but my locker got broken into. I'm like, because I swear to you, I had a locker. I had a lock on my locker. I'm like, and when I came back, there was no lock. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah. I thought it was just him. I'm like, no. I'm like, as a matter of fact, I'm like, there's 2 other guys that just went in there, and they also remember putting a lock. And I don't know if they took some of their stuff. I'm like, but I know that they were complaining that they had a lock on there, and when they came back, there wasn't any. And I told them, as a matter of fact, I'm like, there's a lot of lockers in there. I'm like, there's probably only like 2 or 3 lockers that actually have locks. I'm like, but pretty much every other one does not have one. Like, there's a big percentage of them that don't have one. So then the second guy that was up at the front desk working, he overheard, and he was just like, hey man, you're gonna have to go over there and like check it out. So then the guy that I was originally talking to, he goes, the worker, he goes and he's like, yeah, unfortunately there's like nothing we could do because it's in our policy that we can't have cameras in the lockers, so if stuff gets taken, we're not responsible for it. It's all of it is on where when you signed up, where that we're not responsible for none of it. So I'm like, oh no, it's fine. I'm just saying, my stuff, I'm like, that I know of, nothing was taken. I already checked, like I had everything, and even my wallet, because my wallet is always in this pocket. So he's like, okay. But then as I was leaving, I came out here, I was like, I know I checked my wallet and everything. I'm like, everything's in there. I'm like, I have everything, like all of it. Like I have everything that I went in with, I came out with as well. But when I got in the car, I was thinking, wait a minute, what if they're just making me think that they didn't take anything, but they either wrote down the information on my cards or took pictures of my credit cards and debit card and probably are going to purchase something with it. So I was like, damn. So when I got home, I had to call all the cards, so my debit cards and my credit cards, to get them all replaced, every single one of them, right? So you had me calling every single one. I was like, hey, I need it replaced, this is what happened. So I got those, except my debit card. My debit card, I still have it. It's still active, but I lock it and unlock it. So I lock it when I'm not using it, and then I unlock it when I need to use it, because I'm going to wait until I get my credit card, so in that way I could order the new debit card. So there's that. That's my story of the day, or stories with Eric. So right now, since I'm going into the gym, I'm gonna leave my wallet behind and stuff. I'm not really taking anything with me. And as a matter of fact, when I'm done with the gym, I'm gonna come in and change the sweater and the shirt. The only reason why I'm not doing it in there is not because of what happened. Not because of what happened, but the only thing is that I don't have a lock. I didn't have a chance to go get a new lock. I'm gonna go get one after I come out of this gym. But for now, just for today, I'm gonna have to change inside the car. So yeah, I know it was a super long story, guys, but yeah, that's what ended up happening on Thursday. Like I said, this was all supposed to be in the other vlog, but unfortunately the audio did not work, so just sucks. I wanted to give you guys an update on something, and that's my whole thing on my back. The past couple of days, I've been feeling like lower back pain, right? It's been going on, and I've basically just been like pushing through the pain. And I think I've said it before, I don't really like to complain much when it comes to like those kind of things. And sometimes I might have waited a little bit too long too, and things have been a little bit too late. Which that's the reason why like I've been doing a lot better with like doing my doctor's appointments, seeing the eye doctor. I still gotta see the dentist and all that, like doing those type of things, right, to take care of myself. And the good thing is that I do have a doctor's appointment on Monday to go see my main doctor. And mainly is to go see him about this stuff, right, that you guys have seen like on my skin that's been popping up, because it's been getting worse, and that's the main reason why. And I think I got that appointment done like or set maybe like 2 months ago or something like that, or a month and a half ago. So I've just been waiting till then. Um, but now with my lower back, I'm definitely gonna mention to him about that. That I've been having a lot of back problems, and who knows, maybe have to get some like more stuff done, maybe like MRIs, like my brother did and whatnot. Um, but I'm sure you know they're gonna figure it out because it hurts. I'm in a lot of pain right now, actually. Thankfully, we have these like natural creams from Mexico that do help a lot. Which that's exactly what I'm using right now. What I just put on was this real quick, right? Um, it does have those ingredients, right? Those special ingredients and stuff. And yeah, so that's what I used, and I've used it before, and it's like worked out. It's been pretty amazing. Um, but I'm using it now just to kind of help with the back pain without like really taking like medication, you could say. Um, but yeah, this like that thing's like a cream, like a gel type of thing. So I just put it on right now. But this morning I did wake up in a lot of pain. I almost felt this is how you know how painful it was, that I almost started crying. Um, and I tend, like I said, I tend not to try to complain about it. I tend not to cry much about it, and I just like try to push through it. But there's some times where it's just so bad that yeah, there's like nothing really I could do. Um, there's been times where like I have trouble walking because it feels like my back just wants to give out. I don't know where, or I feel like there's just like so much tension in my back, and like I said, it's always my lower back. So we'll see what ends up happening. I'm gonna go see that doctor on Monday, and hopefully he could send me to go get some scans done and studies done, whatever has to be done, to make myself feel better, because it is pretty bad. But yeah, it's safe to say that I won't be going to the gym. I'm listening more to my body. Don't try to push it, because I've done it in the past, and let's just say it just didn't go well. Where like I was out for a whole month. So yeah, that was my little update on what's going on. It is Cinco de Mayo. Let's go, right? So I have my you guys have seen this already, right? Before I decided to wear it today, since I keep on looking at myself here, so that's why it's like kind of weird. But I should be looking this way, right? Yeah, Cinco de Mayo, wearing my hoodie that you guys have seen before. But I decided, you know what, I'm gonna wear it today here at work, because you know when I wore it last time, this is the second time I'm wearing it. You guys saw me try it on. You guys saw me actually wear it for the concert, and I'm wearing it out, you know, where everybody can see me at work. And I already know I'm probably gonna be turning some heads. Some people will be like, "Hey, that's dope, cool thing," you know, representing it. Like, hell yeah, representing. Even look, even the earrings. Look, I ended up also trimming down the beard, all that stuff. But yeah, we have the earrings. We got the hat, right? I think this is the 92. Yeah, 92. It's 92. I'm off by 1 year. I do have the one that says 91 on it, right? But yeah, today's Cinco de Mayo. I'm just gonna do a little. What am I getting? I'm gonna do a little speech here, and it has to deal with the whole Cinco de Mayo thing, right? My whole thing is this: is that I get super irritated when people are like, Cinco de Mayo, arriba, arriba, andale, andale, like those type of things, basically in a way, you know, kind of being a little racist, you know, or the stereotypical type of thing, or being a stereotype is what I should say. Yes, that, being a stereotype. It's like how Snow the Product said, you know, they like basically saying they want to take our culture, but they don't love us. Literally, that's what happens. They want to celebrate like if they were one of us, but they're not. But they don't love us. And there's a thing, man. Like I said, I get super irritated with those type of things, where being the stereotype like that. and being like, oh yeah, margaritas and all this stuff and tacos, hell yeah, celebrate Cinco de Mayo. And to top it off, Mexicans don't really even celebrate it like that. You know, in a way, I almost feel like, man, maybe we should and just take that holiday back for us, right? And stop letting people just walk all over us when it comes to this holiday, Cinco de Mayo. You know, us winning la guerra, right? Winning that battle. So you know, it's not Mexican Independence Day. It's not any other type of thing. It's literally just us winning. You know, it's just like I said. I'm trying to say things by being kind of nice without being too rude. So that's why you see me pausing a lot, because it's just like But yeah, Feliz Cinco de Mayo to everybody else out there that knows why we celebrate it, or if you do celebrate it. Also stay safe out there, because I know most likely later on today in Chicago is going to be crazy, and then most likely during the weekend as well, especially with it being so nice outside. I know people tend to come down here in downtown in their trucks and with their flags, and then especially by Trump Tower, which is over there somewhere. Boom boom direction is literally that way. Of course you can't see it because stuff is blocking, but yeah, Feliz Cinco de Mayo. So I never got to show you guys the whole outfit, but look, we're here. My mom is in yellow. She's not representing no Mexico whatsoever.
Hey!
Ah, pues sí tienes la cara de nopal.
Shut up. Kick your ass. Like kick your ass.
¿Sabes?
No, pero es tú la tienes igual porque tú eres mijo.
Pero es
No,
americana.
yo estoy bien blanquito, ni se ve.
Oye, pero ella es americana.
No. Ok, y yo
Es
soy bien
mexicana,
preta, yo creo.
es mexicana americana.
Ya ni es de allá, ahorita.
De las dos partes.
But anyways, here's the outfit like that I wore today for Cinco de Mayo. Boom. With the Nike. This is the first time I'm wearing these shoes right here. Look at this. Damn. With the red. That's the reason why I wore it, is because it has to match, and the hat is all looking super fly right now. Yeah, we're in the Macy's of Oak Brook. My back is still killing me, guys. I just push through it all the time without really taking any medication. Which my mom always tells me to take something, Irma.
Yeah. You're cabezón.
That's one thing I am. So I try not to take any pills or medication or anything like that, but we're gonna be seeing the doctor soon, Monday. You know, we only have like 3 more days and we're good. So we'll see what we find around here. I have had some people stare at me when I got out of work and was heading back home. So I've had that happen. We're gonna get some more looks here, but we don't care, right, Mama? We don't care. So yeah. Man, I basically had 2 freak out moments, right? And it's not what you guys are thinking. It's from work. It's this. For some reason, BetQL, which is like we are nationally, the radio station is here in Chicago, but we provide audio for all these other stations, all the other ones that are on the map. On this map that you guys see, all these right here, there's a couple of them that, you know, we provide audio for BetQL. And here, this house show you what ended up happening. Where is it at? I'm over here trying to look for the picture, because I took a picture of what happened. Here we go. So you see, look. You see that? You see that? 21 systems down. That means 21 streams. And look at that. Boom. Send out. Here's the thing. It's in the. I won't even show you this. It happened literally in the middle of like these games that are going on as well that I was checking. So I'm trying to check games. Streams are down. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, besides that, I look at the actual map and all this lit up like crazy with all these alarms on there. I mean, there's this one that doesn't go away whatsoever. This one is because of the Rangers game. This one, it always shuts off around this time. So yeah, some of the stations that's one thing I haven't told you guys. So some of these stations you're not allowed to have them on all the time. So some of them shut off, some of them shut down. So in Houston, there's a station that shuts down after like 7:30, I believe, or something like that, or 7:30, somewhere around that time. It shuts off, right, completely. So that's why that alarm comes on. Because hold on. So that alarm comes on, and then since we already know about it, we don't freak out about it. So whatever. But yeah, like the whole map just lit up. But you guys saw 21 systems. So those 21 systems you saw there, that means on the map it showed up. It just boom. So the first time I went down, I'm over here doing phone calls and all that. Meanwhile, I'm trying to listen to the games I'm supposed to listen to like clear them that hey, they're good. So I'm over here trying to figure it out, and then I go run into the studio. The studio has to go like down there, go around the corner. It's like a jog. And then right now I can't really run because like have the back pain, so I can't really run like that. So that was going on. And I come back, they're like trying to do some stuff, and that ends up clearing. Apparently they were trying to do like the automation. So this is the so I could touch this because it's not touchscreen. But they're trying to do automation on here on this system, which is the system we use. I've shown you guys what we use. And they're trying to automate, like basically put stuff on here, and the system did not like it. It freaked out. It put the station off the air, which, like I said, this is BetQL, which ends up kicking all this stuff off, all these alarms going off, just going all crazy and everything. And finally it got fixed. I'm like, all right, I could go back to the games that I was listening to, so I could tell the MLB, which literally, look, this right here, we have a whole chat with the MLB. Literally, it says right there, we talk to the MLB guys. So trying to send the message on there. Clear one. All right, cool. The next game, since it took a while, the next game is already starting. So I'm like, okay, I gotta listen to that one. I'm trying to get that one. I know this whole thing is long, but this is how crazy it is. I'm trying to check the other game. The other game that's going on is the which one is it? Oh, is this one? Rangers and Angels, which actually I have to refresh this page because it already started. But yeah, the Rangers and Angels game is starting up, right? So the one that I was trying to clear was Dodgers and Padres, Los Padres y Los Dodgers. I was trying to clear that one, which I did, and then I moved on to the Rangers Angels because it was already going on, and I'm already trying to figure it out. And then in the middle of it, Dan BetQL decides, oh, I'm gonna go off the air again. So I'm over here like, oh great, so I'm already sending messages again to the same channel, so I have to notify, like I'll show you, I have to notify streaming ops, boom. Then I had to notify the guy that works here in Chicago, had to notify him, there's all that. Then I called my boss, and then he told me, hey, whatever the steps that are going on, let me know. I'm over here messaging him, so that's on me. He's not even on, but that's on me. He's gonna see it later. So start going back to doing that, letting them know, hey, it's down again. And then freaking start getting phone calls. This phone starts going off right here, right? The work phone. And then of course some other people are calling me because they're like, hey, we're off the air. So then this phone starts going off, my actual cell phone. That's because it's connected to the work phone, and since I'm on the other line with someone else, this work phone is not going to go off. So of course this one does. So I answer on this one, I mute that one. Whoever's on the other line, I muted them, and then I'm talking to the guy from Milwaukee. Yeah, from Milwaukee. I'm talking to the guy from Milwaukee. I can't remember who was the other guy, where he was from, what city. But yeah, I'm going back and forth. They're like, so what's going on? So I'm explaining to them, hey, I think it's just because this happened earlier, a few minutes ago. I think they were trying to automate again, and it literally kicked it off the air. But right now I'm trying to get in contact with the right people to let them know, hey, it's off the air. There's nothing else we could do because they're the ones controlling it. So it's like, okay. So they hung up with them. As soon as I hang up with them, it comes back on. BetQL has it out for me for some reason today. I do not know why, but it does. It's crazy. But yeah, that's what happened. I know that whole explanation was long, but trust me, for you guys imagine I'm just explaining it to you. I kind of sped it up a little bit, but for me, that was all in a span of like 40 minutes. Yeah. What a Saturday. On my way to work, I don't know why my voice just cracked a little bit, but ya vamos para el trabajo. Está caliente afuera, pero todavía tengo una sudadera. I still have a sweater on. Why do I have a sweater on? Well, because it gets kind of cold inside that office, you know? That's because we have to keep it cold because of all the equipment. If not, everything overheats, and then next thing you know, we can't work. We can't do nothing. But I'm in my brother's car. They told me all late about it when I was literally about to leave. My dad called me. He's like, "Hey, have you left already?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "It's because your brother and I wanna go mountain biking, and we'd rather take my truck because we could fit the bikes there much easier than my brother's, you know, because my brother's is a sedan and my dad's it's an actual truck." So they're like, "Yeah, so if you could just talk to him and see if he's gonna want to let you use his car, then we just use my truck, you know, so we could do that." So I was like, "Okay." So yeah, I talked to him. He's like, "Yeah," he's like, "You can use my car because we want to go mountain bike." All right, cool. So right now we're on our way to work. Hopefully it's better than yesterday's, because I explained to you guys what happened, which was horrible. It was like, God damn. Which, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned about the CBD, like my review on it. It's good. It does help me relax. It does help me like just chill out. Like just, hey, don't overthink things. And once in a while, it makes me speak a lot more Spanish for some reason. I don't know why, but it does. The Latino comes out of me. And the only thing I will complain about is that the taste, which I had seen in the reviews that multiple people had said that that they didn't like the taste of it, and I see why. Because it does, it's not the best tasting. I can't even explain how it tastes because it tastes kind of weird. So that's like my only complaint. But like everything else, it works. It does its job. It does what it's supposed to. And yeah, tomorrow we have to go see the doctor for the whole skin thing. And since we're there, we might as well tell them about my back, right? And also, more than likely, he's probably gonna want to draw blood because the last time I had like my whole blood thing, you know, for them to see how I'm doing with everything, was back in 2021. Yeah, 2021, around that time. So it's been a while, and I know he's gonna want to do it. So might as well do it, get it out the way, see how I'm doing. Although I haven't been eating too bad, I could probably do better. But a ver qué dice el doctor. And also hopefully all this other stuff that I have going on gets fixed, especially my back. So that being said, gracias por mirar el video y los vemos para la próxima. I'll see you next time. We out.